Hey everyone, this is Pam, and I was diagnosed with DCIS grade 3 in January of 2023. It's been a really long, difficult road, but I have very good news to update you with today. I've received a lot of messages asking me for an update. And I recently, as of last week, this past week, I had two really good updates. One was a sonogram that I had with the company called HerScan. I chose HerScan because they do a very in-depth sonogram. And I did that a couple of weeks ago, and I got the results. And there are four ways that they give you the results. So you're either a 1, a 2, a 3, or 4, 1 being the best. And I was 1, no malignancy. So I was just beyond thrilled. It really took a minute for it to sink in that they were saying I was a 1. It was highlighted in yellow, but I was reading through all the different numbers and what they meant, and I didn't realize that for some reason that mine was 1. So anyway, I was just over the moon thrilled. And later that day, I also had an appointment with my holistic doctor, and with him, I had done this very, very thorough blood test called an RCCG test. And this is something that tests for circulating tumor cells in your body, and it will give you a number of how many you have, basically. So my number was 1.9, which is a low number. He told me that my tumor burden is very low, and that what I have is so low that it cannot be picked up on a sonogram. So my sonogram was saying no malignancy. And anyway, this report, this RCCG blood test result, it tells you exactly what you can do to cure your cancer and make your cancer cell count lower. So my short-term goal from him is to get to 1.7, and then the long-term goal is to get to 1.3 or 1.4. He told me that somebody could be in remission for 10 years and their number would be a 1.3, somewhere in that area, which is just fine. And he said only maybe 2% of people ever get to a 0. So 0 is not the goal, but I really don't have that long to go. And he thinks that probably within 6 months that I might be all done with this, and that would be great. Through him, I'm on a very strict diet, and he has me on natural supplements as well. So this RCCG test, it tells exactly what supplements will kill the cancer. It also tells you about radiation and chemotherapy, but those are two avenues that I don't need to go down. And the only ones that we're working with are things that are natural. So with this test, there's no guesswork of what's going on inside my body. And even though it's a very expensive test, I really felt like I could no longer deal with not knowing exactly what was going on. I have been treating myself naturally since the very beginning with food, with supplements. The supplements were pretty much guesswork. And I started exercising again and trying to spend time outside with fresh air and sunshine. There were so many wonderful things that I've been doing, but still in the back of my mind, I just always felt like there was this heavy cloud over me, wondering, is this going to turn invasive? If I ever had a pain, I would think, oh my gosh, is this metastasizing? I mean, it was just, these thoughts would run through my head. And even though I was feeling fine, and I just want to remind you, or maybe there are some new viewers, when my whole journey started over a year ago, within a week of getting my diagnosis, I was sent to a surgeon, and she told me that I needed to have a mastectomy because the DCIS area was too large to do a lumpectomy, that it would not look right, and that I needed to do it within 30 days. And I was a person more geared towards natural healing. And when I heard that, something inside of me just said, no, 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 no. I'm not removing a breast. I'm just not doing it. And I immediately started searching on the internet for answers. I then was talked into seeing a second surgeon for a second opinion. So a few weeks later, I was at another surgeon's office, and she told me the same thing, that I needed to get a mastectomy and I needed to do it soon. She was much kinder than the first one. The first one told me that if I wasn't going to follow her advice, that I couldn't be her patient. So it was a really hard time. And I have received a lot of comments on prior videos that I did of women telling me I needed to get my breast cut off immediately. And it was, a little jarring to see a lot of comments like that. But I am truly so grateful that I persevered through all the noise from family members, noise from conventional doctors, noise from well-meaning people, very well-meaning people. But anyway, there's a huge light at the end of the tunnel, and I am going to keep on keeping on with the things that I am doing, my strict diet. I also do coffee enemas. I walk twice a day. I'm doing intermittent fasting as well, plus the supplements. So I have a whole plan, and I'm in the hands of two very capable professionals that are really making my body better than it was even before. And I've learned so much about the power of healing the body through natural ways and making the body stronger and better. And I am just truly so grateful for this. So I wanted to give you all an update. If you have been diagnosed with DCIS, even if it's grade 3, it doesn't mean your DCIS is going to become invasive. It is a tap on the shoulder to start living in a more healthy way, a way where your body is going to be able to repair itself. And definitely, if I had to do it all over again, I would have sought the help of someone who is very well versed in dealing with people who have been diagnosed with cancer. This is considered cancer, even though it's not invasive. So I think it's really important to work with someone who is very used to this. Not all holistic professionals are. Holistic professionals are absolutely wonderful, but if they're not used to dealing with people with cancer, I just don't think that's the best choice. That's just my personal opinion and the road that I walk down. But I'm really grateful that I found someone who has been working holistically with cancer patients for many, many years, 15 to 20 years, a long time. And I'm really feeling positive that this is going to be behind me very soon. So thank you, and I will see you in the next video.